Hi everyone, it's Dees from Turtle Dove. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. Today I would like to show you how I made these gorgeous wrapped lollies or wrapped candies. We call them lollies here in Australia, and they are very cute. Little miniature ones almost. Not quite miniature, but any smaller and they'd be too fiddly for me. But they turned out really nice, and they will be used as embellishments for different projects. Very easy to make, and that's how small they are. And this one, I placed a little slice of lime, not real lime obviously, on the wrong side, but you can leave them there just with the wrapper, or if you want you can put all sorts of little rhinestones or whatever you have. These little things with the purple ones, the stars and the flowers, and I have butterflies and all sorts of fruit. They're actually from a little cane that I sliced up, that's used for nail art, so I'll show you that later. But, and look at the blue ones, very cute. So all you have to do is put some of the double-sided foam underneath, or just stick them down with glue on any project that you'd like. So if you want to learn how I made this, just keep watching. Okay, so I'll pop these aside, just there, should be fine. Now the first thing we're going to do is, that's going to annoy me because it's knocking about. There we go. The first thing we're going to do is make the insides of this package. So all I did, I used some aluminium foil. This is 30 metres by 30 centimetres, so I just cut a 30 centimetre length, so it's 30 by 30, and just going to halve that and push that down and do the same again, and the same again. And the smaller it gets, the harder it gets, but it's just a matter of keeping that flat as you can, and pressing it down each time you go. And then one more time. The last time I'm going to fold it down. And it's getting a little bit stiff now, but what I'm trying to achieve is just some bulk, and alfoil is quite pliable as well. I use alfoil for quite a lot of art projects actually. There we go, and it doesn't matter if it's a bit wonky in some areas. So that is 1 centimetre wide. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't matter if it's a bit out. So now, once you've got that length, then you just fold it in half. And just squash it down at that half. And get your scissors and cut that. And with each side, we're going to fold again in half. And again. And then one more time fold, but don't cut. So you're left with a piece that's around 2 centimetres wide. So I'll do that with all of them. I'm just using this tool to help me, because as I said, they can become a bit stiff to work with at that stage. Just cut that and then just fold these. Now you do the same with this side as well, but I won't put you through watching that. I just want to make a couple for you just so that you can see how it's made. So just sort of unfold them a little bit, and what we're going to do is get some of this double-sided tape, the thick one, and just cut a section off that will fit inside one of those halves like that. And that's what gives you the bulk for the candy. And then you just squash that down, and you can just push down on the corners so that it's not so pointy, and just have a play around with it and smooth it out a bit. You can even use your nails or whatever tools you can find. Making all of these here, I did have a piece that was quite sharp, and as I tied the candy wrapper on, it did tear. So out of all those, one that didn't work's not too bad. Do the same with all of those 4. Don't worry about it being too neat or overly straight, because it's going to be wrapped and you won't see that. My main concern is trying to make each corner not so sharp, so I'll just push that down like that. And I'll just get 2 more pieces for the last 2. So I'm going to make a lot more of these, and I'm just going to keep it in my stash, and I might even keep some for some Happy Mail too in the future. And the last one. So each of these lengths, the whole length, makes about 8. There we go. Just push that down on each corner again. And we're ready for the next step. So do as many of those as you want, and then we'll get the cellophane. I bought a few colours, the greens, purples, blues, golds and silver. I haven't made the silver ones yet, so I'll do that off camera. I used a lot of the metallic cellophane, and the purple was just the regular cellophane, which you can see through, which I like because you can actually see the silver of the alfoil under it, so it looks like it's double wrapped, which it is. just like the real candy or lolly. So I've already cut some of my squares that I'm going to use. This is 5 centimetres by 6 centimetres. Now the reason why I've made it quite wide is just simply for the ease of tying off each ends. Otherwise it just gets too cumbersome and fiddly, so I found out. So I just lay the good side at the bottom. We get our double-sided tape, find the ends, and just roughly find the middle and just get one of your little fillers. Cut that, or broke that too. That was too long. Okay, so just pop a bit of the double-sided tape just on the top or on one side. Take that off and just place that in the middle at the bottom of your square or oblong shape. And I do that because working with cellophane, and especially metallic cellophane, everything slides around, so just doing that, it will just keep it a bit more supported. And then I'm just going to put a strip in the middle here, about 3 centimetres, 4 centimetres. Don't have to go all the way to the ends. And then just peel the backing off of that and you're ready to fold. So just try and make the folds firm. It doesn't have to be overly tight, but you don't want it loose either. So just keep folding towards the top there. Like so. Just make sure that's pressing down on that tape, so where the edges will be underneath. Okay, so we'll turn the good side down the bottom on the surface and we'll get our bits of tie. Now I had a whole lot of these left over from some Christmas tags, and they are 20 centimetres wide, so for each side, so I'll just use 10 centimetres. Or I've been using some of this little miniature tinsel tie. So whatever you have, as long as it's fine, not too, you know, thick. So I'll just cut that in half. I think these work the best. These are easier to tie, but I think this looks more like the real Candies. I know the real Candies don't have a little tie on them, but I had to do this because when I twisted either side it always comes undone, so that's the best way I found just to keep it together. Okay, so I'm going to make the knot on the wrong side, on this side, so this will be the good side, which I'll put the rhinestones and such on. That's the side we'll be showing off. So just pick your good side, and all I do is give it one twist, not too tight. If you go too tight, you'll split the paper, rip the paper. So And then I get my little tie, and this is the fiddly bit. I just do a double knot, just tie it once, and tie that quite tight because you don't want that slipping off, and then do it one more time. So where the knot is, it will be the underside. You can sort of move it around and look to see if you've got that sitting nicely how you like, and then go ahead and do the other side. So twist it again, and then just tie a double knot again. There we go. Now the next step I'll do to this stage with as many as I want to do, and then I just cut the sides off because that looks a bit too big and funny. So if you're not sure, just go slow, and you can always cut off a bit more at a time. But if you cut too much off, you can't take it back, can you? Or you can't put it back. So there we go. That's that stage done. And next thing I do, now where's my glue? I'll just use some Tacky Craft glue. And just for extra, because what we're going to do is trim these right down as close as we can get to the knot. But in doing so, it's going to fray and undo. So all I do is pop some of this glue on, just a little dab at each little knot, just like that, and it's going to dry clear. And do the other side as well, and just leave that overnight to dry, or for a few hours. So you can do a whole heap of those, and then in the morning I've got two here that are dry that I made. Just get your scissors and trim it down as close to the knot as you can, and then turn it around to the good side. Do the same with this gold one. This one is the tinsel tie. It's a little miniature tinsel tie. It's so good. I love using this. I don't just use it for Christmas either, as you can see. So just trim them down. I use the glue on this one as well. I don't like things falling apart on me, so which sometimes happens in crafting. So then the next step is you can leave it like that, which is cute as well, or you can embellish them with little rhinestones or whatever you've got, little miniature flowers if you've got those. But these are the canes I was talking about. This is actually nail art embellishment, and it comes, like I said, in a cane, or in canes, and I just used a blade, a very thin blade, and just sliced away for ages, years ago. So I have all of these, and they're all different. Some of them's fruit, they're stars, I even have skulls here. That'd be good for Halloween. I was surprised to, because I rarely use these, but look at the skulls, aren't they cute? They're so small and they're perfect for this sort of thing. So let's see what I've got. I think I'll use, I can see a dragonfly, so I'm going to use, it's so small, so cute. So I think I'll use a dragonfly. Might pop 2 on that one. And what should we use for the gold? I think I'm going to use these blue hearts. So I just use my little wax pencil, which help pick up little beads and things. And I'll just get my glue. You just use any strong glue. I'm going to use my E6000, which is actually for jewellery, but I'm naughty and I use it for other things because it's a really good glue. And you just need the smallest amount. Now let's zoom in so you can see. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of the glue on either side of the wrapped candy, and then just drop those hearts. Doesn't it look cute? I think one still looks nice on it. I think that's unless you do something like a row of rhinestones. But let's do the little dragonflies. I think I'll put one on there. And I'm getting the glue everywhere on this one. Of course, because I'm recording. So, and there's a little dragonfly. So I'll put those on. And that's all there is to it. So I'm really happy with how they turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, guys. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.